Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher. This player's development trait is hidden. Here are a player's motivations. How would Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for. Staff points can be used across. Some talent trees make you select a path to follow to build your character. Upon purchasing one of these talents, the opposite path will be locked, so choose wisely. Welcome to Weekly Strategy. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Broncos and the Hawks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing.
We'll go play action now with Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. With that, why don't we take a look at the draft class from 2024. This was the year of offense, at least in terms of the first round. Only 9 defensive players taken the entire first round, none until the 15th pick. These guys feel like they got some great value in adding a versatile defender. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. On 2nd down, here's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will go all the way. Odunze, touchdown Seattle. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. Now the lefty Penix on first down, and he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's going to be... And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. That is incomplete. They took... Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. Oh, big hole left side. It's a gain of...
If that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Penix. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They get the opening week victory, move to 1-0. Give their new head coach a W in his debut at the helm. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got the teams from Super Bowl 49 and that goal line pick. It's the Seahawks and the Pats. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40, and they'll accept that penalty. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Here's Penix. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. This offense has been sustaining a nice, long, successful drive here. Now they're looking to finish it off. First and goal in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Throw right side, taken in by Odunze. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's able to get the first. This offense looking to get off to a hot start in the third quarter. Opening drive, and they've got it first and goal. They'll throw with Penix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Time to get back into the action. A red zone alert here. First and goal at around the 8-yard line. Throwing again, Penix. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk. A field goal does him no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on fourth down. That is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So The victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them. It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see the dynamic Michael Penix Jr. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Seahawks and the Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. From the gun, it's Tua. Shakes him, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Well, the defense did their job. They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now second drive of the game, first for this offense, and what can they do with their go-around? And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Down the sideline he goes, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. To the air, Penix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to. Touchdown! Odunze, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the. So here we go, back to the action. Football in the red zone. And a big third down play coming up for this defense. Tua to throw again. Escaping. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Sanders' kick is good, and they are. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Off play action, here's Penix. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really different?
They've got his man complete. Down to the 10 and all the way in. Touchdown. So the situation, it's 3rd down in the 3rd quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver. And this defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. And looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Barner, the tight end. Bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this down only to the 18. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Here's Walker. And he will take this one in for the... Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially
NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports.
One quarter gone in our open. Play action, here's Penix. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is gonna end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Penix here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Penix working from the gun. Yeah, this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his... They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's Penix. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. There it is, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to... First and 10 now from the 30. Penix looking to pass. Fits it through the middle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Penix now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
And again, it's Penix. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Has his man. It's Odunze. space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 13-point lead. It's a Roma. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. Locates Lockett along that sideline, and he's got it. It's a 21-yard gain. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Seattle touchdown. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, wait. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Walker. He still has room inside the 30. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast.
brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Falcons on Sunday night.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Penix now off the bootleg. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. The pressure all over him. He goes down again. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They're going to go play action with Penix. That's Lockett downfield. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The tight end Fant in motion. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it. Play action. It's Penix. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. And the Falcons. We'll go play action now with Penix. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll throw. It's Penix. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Again, it's Penix. He's got his big tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. That's the 6th. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Into the secondary at the 45. Kenneth Walker. And they won't catch him. He'll go all... Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he will score. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Seahawks. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's Walker. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Once again, it's Walker. Walker, 1st down and more. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They run with Walker. Again, he finds an opening. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They are able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, they've got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game.
for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the Seahawks and the Lions, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Now former college star over in East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he will go all the way. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, they'll throw on 1st down with Penix. This one taken in by Odunze. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. On 1st down, it's Penix. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a 1st down. From the gun, it's Penix. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He pulls it in around the 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Penix on 3rd down. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Now, faking the give. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He gets that to his big target, Fant. Inside the 30. And what an effort. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
On 3rd down, Penix. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Odunze.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. Now the lefty Penix on first down. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So Darius Smith forcing his way in to bring him down. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. It is brought in the end zone. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that'll do it for Greg Olson, our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. We'll see you in 2 weeks in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. Till then, good night, everyone.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the AFC champion, Houston Texans, and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. One game tonight, available in 195 different countries. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. We'll go play action now with Penix. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. That one, take it in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And what a response.
They're going to go play action with Penix. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right.
They'll throw. It's Penix. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Plant. It's Penix. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Seattle. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. This is... Now Penix. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, Penix. A dive and a catch. Incredible. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he... 1st and 10. Here comes the 3rd-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. He's got room to the 45. and he's going to be taken down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Now Penix to throw on second down. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's into the end zone yet again. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Seahawks. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Near the sideline and caught by Metcalf. A gain there. A challenge flag is out. D'Amico Ryan saying, I want another look at this one. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. He'll send this one deep for Odunze, and he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Seattle. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. On play action, Penix. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. There he goes again. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 84 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Penix. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is caught. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41.
They'll run here with Walker. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Hugs on that sideline. One final kneel down, and that will put the bow on this championship season. And the Seahawks have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. On the podium, Commissioner Roger Goodell presenting the Lombardi Trophy to the Seattle Seahawks, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olson, for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico, good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
This is the player card. This is the development. This is the abilities tab. Here